This kid's fire.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother? What's that? What's that, brother? Brother, what's that, brother? What's that? What's that, brother? Brother, brother, what's that? What's that, brother? What's that? What's that, brother? Brother, what's that, brother? What's that? What's that, brother? Brother,
Yes, guys, welcome back to another stream. I am back from ripping up my house. You know what I mean? I've been tearing up the floorboards out and the flooring and that.
Oh, yeah.
I've been doing
Right.
some DIY, mate.
Before we start, I want to apologise to everyone because I've noticed everyone's going calling you late. It wasn't you that's late, it was me. I'm late. I was late to get to the stream. So my fault, it's not LB's fault.
Very nice of you. That very nice of you.
No worries.
It's the time zone thing, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's
Oh,
confusing.
mate, seriously. It's been that warm here today. Oh, mate, seriously, I flaked out. Yeah.
Well, there's loads of stuff to talk about today because I've not been live for 2 days. So we need to catch up on a lot of stuff. There's been a lot of rumours flying around in terms of transfers. There's some news about Sheikh Mansour and how the government and possibly working in cahoots with the Premier League are trying to get rid of Sheikh Mansour and the Newcastle owners as well, which is interesting. And of course, we've got the small matter of the Liverpool game this Sunday. So guys, make sure you have smashed the like. Make sure you guys have subscribed to the channel if you're new. But I do want to start off with this news that came out yesterday. Me and you spoke a little bit about it on the phone last night, didn't we? About Sheikh Mansour. So the Premier League, and obviously coming really from the government, basically they want to ban owners who are like state owners or connected in any way with the state. And what this means is that they are potentially looking at forcing Sheikh Mansour and the Newcastle owner as well to sell the football club. Otherwise, City won't be able to get a license to operate in the Premier League, i.e., won't be able to play football in the Premier League. This to me, first of all, I don't think this is going to happen because I think it'll be too hard. But this to me, is just yet another bit of news that's coming out regarding our football club, regarding our owners, which just stinks of. This is what they've been trying to do since day one. They don't want him here, do they? And this is what they want to do. They want to get rid of him. They want to cancel him.
The bottom line is they'll do anything and say anything to get rid of our owners. And it stinks. I know a few people have just mentioned it of pure racism. And it was mentioned in the article in the Times at the bottom of the article. When it goes through the House of Lords, they'll never get that through because and I know they've got. If you go to the bottom of the article, right at the bottom, getting it through the House of Lords to get it sanctioned will be extreme. I hope the Premier League. I've got a very good lawyers again because if this goes to court, City and Newcastle will sue their ass big time.
Facts.
Big time. And I'm talking about trillions, never mind millions, because they can't. They just can't do it. It's unlawful. And yet again, it proves to me that the Premier League will do anything and say anything to get rid of. It's their agenda, isn't it?
But it's their agenda. They've been trying to do this since day one. So as soon as, as I said, basically what happened, right, is when all the Sky money come in, and all the clubs got greedy in that, is they weren't proactive. Because what happens when people get greedy is they don't think about, what can stop this? They're just rolling in the cash. And when it was like the big four and that, back in the day, and it was just the big four clubs getting Champions League money, they were rolling in the money. They never worried about anything. Then Chelsea came in and obviously sort of like, he tore it up a little bit, but they didn't really. And then soon as we got bought, that's when they realised, oh, damn, this is a threat to our revenue streams. And ever since then, they've been trying to find a way of preventing Sheikh Mansour, preventing owners like ourselves from getting involved and actually like investing in football club. And that's why they brought in FFP. We all know that. We all know that the true reasons why they brought in FFP. That's why they brought in PSR. That's why they've done the related party transactions. Everything that they have done since we were bought in 2008 has been simply to prevent, our club and our owner, right, from investing in the infrastructure, from investing in the club and making us a great club because, we want to actually win things. Because why? Because that is a threat. That is a threat to the legacy clubs who have been at the top for a long time. And they don't want it. They don't want to invest in that team. They're there for the paycheck, these owners at the other clubs. They just want to grow the value of the club so they've got a bigger valued asset. And this is just, this is just so poor. And listen, for me, I just think you're absolutely spot on. I mean, if they even try and do this, they will be tangled up in a web of court cases lasting decades. You've got some of the most powerful people running Manchester City and Newcastle.
I don't know how much petrol is over there in the UK, but I'll promise you this: when they cut the oil lines to the UK and Europe, if they did this, because this is what would happen, they'd say, "Oh, all the oil and natural resources that we give you, not anymore. You're now going from £2 a gallon, whatever it is over there now, to about $50 a gallon. So it'll just cut off. Plus the investment that they've given the British government, the UAE, as far as money in a loan they've given them recently. Kiss goodbye to that as well, because I promise you, they won't think twice about doing that. And they would do.
Yeah, of course they would. They just sue the Premier League. They sue the government, and it'd be in court for decades, man. You cannot. You can't let this happen.
It won't get through, mate. Because can you imagine if the government did this? Starmer's in more trouble than Sofnick as it is. He doesn't have to add to it, does he?
No. What I'm saying is is that, like, for me, you can't have an owner that's pumped in billions into the football club, because he's pumped in billions into Manchester City in terms of infrastructure, the investment into the wider CFG group, player transfers, manager, all this sort of stuff. You can't allow someone to invest billions and then 16, 17 years later turn around and say, oh, you know what, actually we don't really like you, so we're banning you. You can't let that happen. I mean, that just makes our country look like a fucking joke, man. You can't allow that.
Well, it's not just that, mate. It won't happen, because seriously, they'll be committing suicide. If they want to push us to the Super League, go ahead, because that's exactly what Newcastle and City want to knock on Real Madrid and Barcelona's door and say, come on, we'll join in, we'll get this going. You're not telling me the Saudis and the UAE won't fund the Super League, because they will.
Yeah, no. I just feel like when is this? Is it ever going to end out? Are we ever going to be in a position where we can just get on with football? This is going to be forever now.
This, to me, is it's. I was talking to Steve Barsley today about it, and he said the same thing. This is never going to end, because they want to get rid of Newcastle, Man City. They want to get rid of the Muslims. All that. It is racism. Completely.
It stinks of racism, man. I mean, I'm not being funny
Yeah.
here, but like, did you the emails, bro? Do you remember when we did the emails from the Newcastle game? Not Newcastle game. When Newcastle got bought, yeah, 4 days after Newcastle were bought, yeah, 4 days after Newcastle were bought, that Premier League, not the Premier League CEO, a CEO from a Premier League club emailed the Premier League CEO saying you've got to stop all related party transactions from the Middle East. And it's just like, bro, I'm not being funny here, but it does stink of like xenophobia or whatever. Like for me, and I know, listen, it's one of those things some people don't want to talk about it, but for me, like, what else can it be? Everything that we do, everything that Newcastle do gets scrutinized. Everything that we do gets, oh, you can't do that, you can't do that. We've got to bring a new rule in. We've got to bring it's always about us.
I'll be honest with you, mate. If they even tried to do this, and I mean tried to do it, can you imagine the Saudis and Sheikh Mansour, the amount of business they do with the UK? They will collapse the UK in 5 minutes, mate. The pair of them.
Listen, it is interesting. Let me know what you guys are thinking in the chat. Osmodio says it's raised it clear as anything. Xenophobia says MJG. Yeah, listen, it is wild, man. For me, I just think that this is the Premier League have just got to accept that they're here to stay. You know what I mean? You can't just keep on having a relationship where you just constantly.
This is pushing Super League. And I'll be honest with you, the way they're behaving, Lewis, the way the Premier League are behaving towards us and Newcastle and Aston Villa, right? The way they're behaving towards us, if we get offered a Super League place in the next 12 months, I'd take it.
Would you?
Even if
is that because you're fed up?
I'm fed up of the Premier League. The racist, mate. I'm sorry. It's all right saying any Man City fan must sit back and think, is this ever going to end? And you're quite right. No, it's not. Ever. Right? If they offered a place in the Super League for us now, and it's all right saying, people say, oh, they banned the Super League from happening in the UK. Right? The Super League went and challenged UEFA and FIFA in court after it got cancelled last time, saying you can't stop us from having a Super League, and the Super League won. Legally, you can't stop it ever. It's competition law. You can't do it. And one day, Lewis, it will happen, and you got to get your head around it. It's going to happen.
It's a weird one, man, and I just feel that like, why do they keep on? There's got to be an answer. Why do they keep on pushing? Like, it's almost as if they want to have a battle. It's almost as if the Premier League like want to have this constant debate, this constant battle, this constant tension.
You know who's behind it? It's the American owners of football clubs and a certain owner at Tottenham Hotspur, Mr. Levy. Right? We know who's behind it. And for me, one day they'll try and get us and they'll go too far. And this could be the catalyst for it, mate.
Yeah.
It really could. You're not telling me the Saudis and the UAE couldn't afford to run a league.
The Saudis have already got a league and they've pumped a lot of money into that, haven't they?
Yeah. You're not telling me they can't get a big TV rights deal.
Yeah. I know, but the thing is, I don't want to have that. I just want to be in the Premier League. I just want to be in the Premier League and just get on with it, man.
I think we all do, but it comes to a point where they think, hang on, where's this going? And it'll push it too far. And the Barclays Premier League, the Premier League, who call themselves the biggest league in the world, suddenly won't be if there's a Super League. I promise you that now.
Yeah.
I promise.
I know it's interesting. Let's see what you guys are saying, man. Martin says, not too sure if I do or don't want the Super League. Could be great fun, but the banter amongst fan bases would be ass.
Yeah, it would be.
There we go.
They're pushing it. They're pushing it against us, mate.
Yeah.
There's a point where you just say enough's enough.
Yeah.
If you're going to be like this, then we'll see you later.
DJ said, I don't think this is happening. It's an MP being used, wanting to put a spanner in the bill with an amendment, says DJ and one. See what else you guys are saying. Match going fans won't watch Super League with no Premier League games, says Steve. Shadow says it's not racism. Man City brought it on themselves because they tried to break it the circle and rules. Yeah, but the thing is, though, Shadow, yeah, you've got to have a look at the leaked emails, man. Look at the leaked emails, bro. Like, for me, it just doesn't look good at all, mate. And it's always us and Newcastle that getting targeted. And those emails that were sent about Newcastle, not even about us, about Newcastle, I thought they were appalling. I mean, I did a lot of videos at the time when all those emails got leaked. And, you know, I thought, for me personally, I thought it was a disgrace. I thought, I can't believe heads didn't get rolled because of that, man. It was a joke. You know what I mean? It's literally 4 days after Newcastle got bought, man, they were sending emails to the Premier League owners saying, stop all investment from the Middle East, like now, like ASAP. Like, what's all that about, man?
At the end of the day, mate, the agenda is racism.
Yeah.
That's the agenda. I'm sorry, but it is.
Yeah, nah, definitely. Right, big up to you guys, man. Smash up the likes. That's the just a little bit of a section. We'll have to keep our eye on it. Listen, I'm not going to spend too long on it. It's 15 minutes done because I don't think it's going to happen. But just want to keep your eye on because it has been reported. Big up to Donna with the 5 months. It's happy 5 months anniversary, Mr. LB. Mr. LB, you don't have to worry if Premier League force our owners to leave. I will buy the Man City and I'll make you chairman. I want to be sporting director. I'll buy all the players. Yeah, give me the checkbook and I'll buy all the players. Right, let's have a look at this.
Not about 300 players.
I know. I'll proper wind up the mutants, man. Oh, honestly, I'll make us Galactico here. Right, let's have a look at this. I don't know if you've seen this yesterday. Obviously, we all know about our problems in the midfield. Manchester City are interested in Adam Wharton and Martin Zubimendi. Manchester City originally intended to pursue their interest in a new midfielder next summer. However, Rodri's injury is expected to see them considering bringing those plans forward to this January, which is obviously obvious. We need to sign a player in January.
Please sign two or three.
You know what? I've come to the conclusion now, mate, that I agree. I actually think we need 2 midfielders. By the way, can I just say this quickly, really off topic? Did you all see Edin Dzeko's goal last night?
Yes.
Did you see it? Did you fucking see it? I'm going to go back on that stream, yeah? I'm going to get the live chat up. I'm going to write down the names of every single person in the chat that cooks me for saying sign Edin Dzeko back for £1 million. Because I got heat on that stream. I said
it to Martin ages ago. And he goes, don't be stupid, don't be stupid. He'll do a job.
That's what I said.
He'll do a job.
That's what I said at the time. I said, you guys are twisted, man. I'm not saying get him in to start him every game. I'm saying you need a player, yeah, that can come in and play 20 games a season and come off the bench. Edin Dzeko could do that, man. And you know what? This season, yeah, he's got 12 goals already in 1,300 minutes. And last night, scored a screamer, mate.
He's always scored goals. But knowing our luck, Erling will go down injured. Be out for the season, he has to play every single game. His age. No, that's what's going to happen.
I know.
You know what I mean? So I understand what they're saying, but I'd love to see Edin Dzeko because he's like a hero return, isn't he? It's brilliant.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah. On the midfielder situation, listen, I'm sort of with you now, mate. I think we need 2 midfielders.
Yeah,
I think we need 2. For me, you know what I'd do if I could. If my perfect sort of transfer situation here, right, would be to go and get Zubimendi in January. I think you can get him out of there. I know everyone will be like, you don't want to leave. I think you can get him out.
I'll be honest with you, I'm not so sure he'll come. I think he's made his point clear. He wants to stay in Spain. Real Madrid are chasing him as well. So I don't see.
They don't need another midfielder though, Al.
Mate, what I saw the other night.
Sociedad a 10th, Alan. The 10th.
I know, but Real Madrid is what 24th in the Champions League.
Yeah,
can't keep the cheats.
No, but Alan, if you're not telling me if you went to Zubimendi and said, "Listen, mate, you're 10th in La Liga. Come and join Manchester City. We're trying to win a Prem. We're trying to win Champions League. Trying to win FA Cup." You're not telling me he's going to leave. And there was already rumours that he thought he made a mistake. A month after the transfer window closed, rumours come out saying he made a mistake.
I'll be honest. I'm with Martin on this one. I think he'll go to Liverpool in January.
What about Wharton?
I would think we've looked at him last year and we're looking at him again. He's not had a good start to the season. I know he's been injured, but he's not had a good start to the season. I think he's a decent player, but I think City are in a situation where they'll take anyone that can do a job there. I really do. I'd just go for a loan deal. And I wouldn't go for Adam Wharton. I'd be going for that Douglas Luiz.
Well, we have been linked with him. We have been linked with that Douglas Luiz.
I would go for Douglas Luiz for till the end of the season, then reassess the whole situation.
Yeah, we have been linked with him. I've seen it before on here. I think there we go. Look, according to reports in Italy, Juventus have spoken to Manchester City over whether they'd be interested in Nicolo Fagioli or Douglas Luiz.
So they wanted it. Is it? I know he's injured at the moment, but I don't know how serious it is.
Who, Douglas Luiz?
Yeah.
Is he injured? Yeah.
Yeah, they say he's injured at the moment. I don't know how serious that is, but he's fallen out with the hierarchy at Juve. So, I wouldn't say no. He'll do a job to the end of the season because we're in a predicament. But I will only take him on loan.
Yeah, he's got muscle fatigue apparently.
Yeah, I'd only take him on loan to the end of the season. But whether Juve would want that is debatable.
Well, you could do options to buy, couldn't you?
Yeah. You got to think about it sensibly. Do we go for someone permanently and just take anyone? Because that's the situation we're going to be in. Or go for a loan. I know we've never taken a loan ever, but there's a first time for everything.
Yeah. Listen, I'd be open to getting him. I don't know how he's been since he's been. I think for what I've seen is that he's really struggled since he's gone to Juventus. But he is a good player, Douglas Luiz, and if you can get him on loan,
just get him on. I think we'll end up getting someone on loan. I think they'll have to try.
I think we'll buy him. I think we'll buy someone. I think we're going to get. I think we're going to get this Edison guy.
If ZUBIMENDI's available and he will come. But I think he's going to go to Liverpool. I really do.
Yeah, I think we're going to get this Edison from Atlanta, mate.
Yeah, Martin has gone for that as well, and I think he's I watched him against us. Was it last year or the year before we played Atlanta, and he looked very, very good.
Mm. Yeah. I don't know. It's a bit of a weird one, isn't it? For me, my perfect sort of midfield, purchases would be get ZUBIMENDI in January, and I'd go for Barella in the summer.
Yeah. Well, I just think we might have to try a loan with someone, because if we can't get the person that we actually want, but we want a person who's going to do a job.
Well, the only person you can get on loan now is Luiz. You're not going to be able to loan anybody else, are you?
We say we want this player, and this player, but it's whether the selling club will sell or offer us a deal, because they say no, not now, come back in the summer. That's the situation we're in.
You'd have to do release clause.
Yeah,
you'd have to sign someone with a release clause.
Yeah,
because no one's going to. The quality of player that we need to sign isn't. The clubs aren't going to want to sell them in January, factually. So the only players we're going to be able to sign is someone with a release clause, where you take the club out of it. And by all accounts, ZUBIMENDI's got a release clause. I don't know about Edison, but there are rumours there. Douglas Luiz you can get because they don't want him anymore. But if you could get Barella in, so my perfect sort of midfield now would be get ZUBIMENDI in January. Yeah. And then you got ZUBIMENDI, you got Foden, you got De Bruyne. And you got Kovacic and Gundogan who can just do a job when you need them to for like short periods of time. Yeah. In the summer, you've then got Rodri back. You've got ZUBIMENDI back. You've got Foden. I think De Bruyne's going to leave in the summer. I'd go all out for someone like a Wirtz or Musiala if you can, but both of those now are not looking great, to be honest with you. So we're probably going to be living with this Sudakov guy.
Sudakov.
He's been speaking actually. He said something today. I didn't read the full quotes, but. He was speaking about it today, actually. Sudakov. What's he saying? Or was it last night?
Yeah,
because we've been linked with him again.
Have we? But, at the moment, you're really careful that they're just putting names in the papers and the media, just random names. There's no real links there. But you just, at the end of the day, we're the buying club, and it's the selling club that needs to do us a favour.
Yeah, I go for Barella, man. I think Barella's the one. For me, here's the thing, right? If you can't get me Musiala or Wirtz, I'm going Barella. I'm going Barella, man. And just having that, and maybe you could go and get like an Arda Güler, you know what I mean, something like that. But if you can't get me like an elite level creator like a Musiala or Wirtz, I don't think I want like a Sudakov. I'd rather get someone like Barella.
Who's this 19-year-old at Real Madrid that people have been talking about?
Ardagula.
Yeah.
Turkish guy, right? So
Yeah.
basically, he's come through. I think he was at Fenerbahce, like one of these like, up and coming stars. He had a great Euros. He had a great Euro tournament, and then he got the move to Real Madrid, but it's not really worked out because he's not getting in the team properly because obviously they've got fucking how many players they've got. So he's struggling for and apparently all the Turkish media, all the Turkish fans, all that the Turkish FA are saying to him, you need to leave, man. You need to get out of here because you're not playing enough and you're meant to be like our star player. So I can see City might be interested in Ardagula. It's just a bit of a, like, I don't want to say step down from Wirtz or Musiala because he's clearly a player, but like it's clearly a step down in experience and done it in a big league because Musiala and Wirtz have been doing it in the Bundesliga for 2 or 3 years, whereas Ardagula's done it in Fenerbahce, had a decent Euros, which doesn't really mean a lot for me personally, and then not really done much at Madrid since he's been there. So, but listen, if we've got no other options, we've got no other options. Like, what do we do?
Well, this is it. Well, the only thing I don't want to do is do a panic buy and just buy anyone, even if they're not good enough.
But we have to, Al.
That's just why I'm saying.
But if we get rid of if De Bruyne leaves, we have to sign someone.
Get someone on loan, and then we can reassess it in summer and buy someone off the.
No, but I'm talking now about the summer. If Kevin De Bruyne leaves, we have to buy someone.
Mate, I want Kevin De Bruyne to go at the end of the year. You can't pay someone 400 grand a week to be available only 50% of the time.
I know, mate, but that's what I'm saying. If he leaves, we have to sign someone. So you're saying don't panic buy, but you have to panic buy because we need someone in.
Yeah, they've got a big decision to make, but in January we are reliant on the selling clubs to sell to us. That's the issue that we've got. Because if the team's in Europe, they're not going to sell if they're in Europe, mate. They're just not, because they can't buy a replacement. Because at the end of the day, we've either got to do the deal in the first week of January, because any time after that, the club that's potentially selling have got to get a replacement before they'll sell.
Yeah. I know. But we got to flex our muscle, though. We got to flex our muscle. We got all this money in the bank. Go and spend some of it. I mean, you've got to flex your muscle now. And for me, it's interesting. Let me have a look at some of these chats, man. If we panic buy, then we'll moan again. We got to do it carefully. Yeah. We got to do it carefully, Dash. But if Kevin De Bruyne leaves, we have to buy someone. Kevin De Bruyne
is going in the summer. Let's get round. He's 34, and his legs are knackered.
Should we just buy Cole Palmer back? Real talk.
You know my attitude towards Cole Palmer. I was angry at the time.
Should we just buy him back and just eat humble pie? And I know we'll get cooked off everyone.
Yeah,
but maybe we should just do it.
I would love Cole Palmer back, City. Love him. He's a brilliant player.
Yeah, Alex Baena is another one. That's a player. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. The Paqueta deal falling down, City back. Yeah, I think, honestly, I'm so gutted we didn't get Paqueta. So gutted. More than you can believe. Big up to Amar, says Wharton, another bang average English player, says Amar. Yeah, bro. Well, you know my thoughts on Amar. Like, every time I watch him, the guy's trash. I don't know if I'm getting unlucky. Like,
he's not trash. Every time I
watch him out, he's trash.
He works hard. That's all he does.
Bernardo Silva works hard, and people want him gone. You've got to be. We can't just have.
Right, let's get this right. We touched on this the other night, LB. The players that people want to get rid of. Bernardo Silva is there till 2026. Yeah.
Yeah, got one more year. Yeah.
Grealish 2027.
2 more years.
Yeah, he's on 300 grand a week on 2 more years.
Yeah.
He ain't leaving City next year, because wherever he goes, let's say he goes back to Aston Villa, he'll be on 120, 130, 140,000 a year.
No, he won't be on that much.
Mate, right? He's on 300 grand a week. We will have to pay out his contract for 2 years at the difference between the wages he's on at the new club.
He'd get at least
Yeah.
200 grand a week, Karl. Yuri Tillmans is on £150,000 a week at Villa. You telling me that they won't give Grealish 200
We'll still have to pay 100,000 a week gap between us and them
for 2
for
years?
2 years. For 2 years.
How much is that? Let me tell you.
We-
100,000
Yeah.
times 52
Yeah.
times 2.
Yeah. Go on.
10 million quid, mate. It's one academy player. Same sell James McAtee, done, sold.
City won't do it, mate. We had the same issue with Otamendi. Look how long it took us to get rid of him.
Yeah.
That's the problem. This is what people don't realise. And then you're buying another player to replace him. Mate, they won't do it. There's no way they'll do it. It'll be, if we're going to get rid of Grealish, it's going to be with 1 year to go.
Yeah, no, 100%.
So he's there for another season or two yet.
Pip says, much love, lads. We'll win at Liverpool if Nico plays instead of Grandpa Gundo. Gundo should stick to knitting. We should get Edison, by the way, says Pip. Yeah, listen, Edison for me is clearly high up on the list. Unfortunately, I've not seen a lot of him. Who are they playing this weekend? Atalanta FC. They're playing Roma on Monday. You know what? I might do a watch along for that.
Yeah.
If he's fit, I might do a watch along. I don't know if he's fit. He might be injured at the moment.
Yeah. We've got to be sensible in January, but we've also, and you know as well as I do, every club in Europe or the world know we're desperate for a midfielder, a CDM, right? So the price is going to go up 20 and 30 million straight away.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
They're going to rip us off. They're going to rip us off big time.
Yeah, 100%. You're going to get cooked, but that's what you do when you put yourself in this position.
Yeah, well, we all knew there was a risk. For the last two years, Richard's been saying we've got to get cover. We've got to get cover. We did try and get cover, but Phillips and came in and failed basically, didn't he? Gundo, I don't want to leave City. I think he'll end up staying and he'll turn into a coach. I think that's the avenue we should go.
Yeah, but not as a player. Not as a player. He can't. I'm sorry. As much as I love Gundogan, you can't let him have that extra contract, man.
No. He comes as a coach.
Yeah. And big up towards Modius as well. He says Echeverry is such a wild card for us in January. I'm looking forward to it, bro. I'm looking forward to seeing Echeverry, man.
He's not CDM.
No, he's not CDM, but like it's still going to be good to watch. He's exciting. He's got a bit of pace about him, a bit of energy. So yeah, I don't know, man. We'll have to see what happens. Yeah, Karl, this is facts. We feel stupid not paying extra 15 mil for Bruno G. Go pay it in January. I don't know whether you can get him in January.
You've got to think about Newcastle. Will they get somebody else in return to replace him? And it's very difficult. January is very difficult, mate. It's not just about we want him. It's the club that's selling. Can they get a replacement? That's the problem.
I know. Yeah, it's a little bit annoying, but yeah, there we go. That's the midfield talk, guys. We'll have to see what happens, but I think we're going to sign a couple of players in January. I really hope so.
I hope so, but I just hope it's quality, not just you'll do type players.
Yeah,
but we might have to have a player. Or I don't want to go alone. If it's like that and we can only just fill a gap, then only a loan deal.
Yeah, right. We've got some comments coming out from the press conference, and then we'll turn our attention to the Liverpool game. Unfortunately, guys, we do have to speak about this. I know a lot of people probably don't want us to talk about Liverpool on Sunday. They're a bit worried, they're a bit scared, but we have to speak about it. It's a preview. Let's have a look at some of Pep Guardiola's comments then. Check this out, Al. What do you make of this? Manchester City will see each other for the first time today since the 3-3 draw against Feyenoord, which was on Tuesday. So Wednesday and yesterday, the team didn't train. The players didn't see each other. He just gave them 2 days off. Do you think that's needed? Maybe sometimes when you have a result like that, it's just best just to sleep it off, not see each other, have a couple of days off.
Yeah, I know they usually have the day off after the game, right? Which is fair enough because they have to recover. They do come in for a recovery session, which has probably happened.
Well, that's not what he's saying there. So we'll see each other for the first time today. That suggests to me that they've not seen each other, that they've not had a recovery session.
I'll be very surprised if they haven't seen each other.
Yeah. Okay, let's have a look what else he's saying. Pep Guardiola said many, many months to play and many good things to play. Success is how many times you stand up. When you go again and again and again, you fall. There's no other way, you know. So that's what we have to do.
True. Very true.
He says, I think about the target when we arrive in March, April. In November and December, it doesn't matter what happens on Sunday. It will be more difficult if we don't take a result, but there are many games to play for.
Do you know what scares me? Is if we lose and how many we lose by.
Yeah.
The first time in a long time, I'm actually worried how many goals they're going to score against us.
Yeah. You know what for me, is I think we're going to get beat. But I don't think we're going to get slapped up. I don't think it's going to be like a 5-0, 6-0. I think we'll get beat. I'm sorry to say. I'm not just going to sit here and just be like, oh, I'm a City fan, we're going to win. No, I'm not. I'm just saying my honest opinions. I think we'll get beat. I think it's going to be something like 2-0. I don't think we're going to get slapped up. I really don't. I don't think it's going to be like a 4, 5, 6-0. I don't think that's going to happen. I think that's too reactionary type thing. I just think that we're just going to be at 2-0, man.
It might be typical City. They might go and win. You don't know. Can you imagine if they won? Oh mate, you'll be a different person. You'll be straight on the stream. Oh, you'll be trying to tease the Scousers. And so would I.
As I say, the crisis is over.
Yeah, you would.
Well, no, I just don't see this team. Unfortunately, this team to me just looks mentally shot. It looks mentally shot, I'm afraid. And when you're mentally shot, you have to summon your whole soul to get yourself out of the shit. And the place that you don't want to be doing that is Anfield. And for me, like I say, I don't think we're going to get a battering. I don't think it's going to be 4, 5, 6-0, but I do think we'll get a beat. I'm going to go for a 2-0 Liverpool, and I think that'll be us done then. League is over. It'll be 11 points, and I don't see us doing that, unfortunately. So
no, we have to accept we're not going to win the league every single season. It's impossible.
Well, we're not going to win it when the team's not invested in properly for 2 years on the bounce. That's the truth. Let's have a look what else he's saying. He's saying we are second in the table. We are not in a good moment in terms of the results, but I have the feeling in general that we played more than decent, but not good enough to win games. We'll be back. I know that. I don't know when. That is the truth, says Pep Guardiola. He says, when City has controlled the Premier League for many, many years, it's normal that the situation happens. What is going on? It's football. We have to accept it. One game is not going to change the feeling as how we are as a team. What I will ask is not a result, is for the players to come back. That is what I'd like, to have the team like we created at the beginning of the season, going everywhere. Is he talking about injuries there? Is that what he's talking about?
He's talking about injuries. He wants players back. I'm fully fit, not half fit, which is what a lot of them are.
Yeah. He's saying about the injuries, basically, we don't know. They've not trained yet. They're going to train later on, so we have no idea about the injury situation. He says, here at this football club, you have to win, and if you don't win, you'll be in trouble. I know that people will say, why is Pep not in trouble? Why he's not sacked? But we have done in the last 8 years, and that is why I have this margin.
I think he's got enough points on the board.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, the end of the day, the press write all this shit, and it is shit. Pep, unless he just leaves and says I'm leaving, he's never getting sacked.
Yeah. I don't know. And he wouldn't get sacked in the season. It'd be at the end of the year if he ever was to get sacked.
He would just resign, mate. He's the sort of person.
No, he probably would.
Yeah.
He said, it's for sure, I want to stay, I want to do it, but the moment I feel I'm not positive for the club, another manager will come. But I want the opportunity to try it. I don't want to run away. I want to be there. I want to rebuild the team in many aspects from now until the end of the season, the next seasons, to try and continue.
Yeah, correct.
He says, I have to prove myself now. What should we do? Cry all the time because Rodri's not there, or the 4 central defenders have not been there for a long time in the last months. I have to find a solution. I have to find a way to do it, and I'm trying every day.
Yeah. He's right. He's right.
Yeah, he says he's spoken to Karl. He says, we talk since 9 years, not every day, but after the games all the time, and we call sometimes, and yeah, we talk. He gives his opinion. I give my opinion. Tiki gives me his opinion. The players give their opinion, and we try to figure it out. And then he says, I don't completely agree that Man City have to change their entire squad. We cannot forget that 3 months ago, we were Premier League champions. In the FA Cup final, we arrived in the quarterfinals, defeated by playing extraordinary against Real Madrid. It's the same guys, says Pep Guardiola. I think he's just being generous to the players. He don't want to hammer players out there.
You know, and I know he'll never slate players.
Yeah, exactly.
In public, never.
Exactly. He's never going to do that. So I think he's just protecting the players there for me. Listen, for me, obviously the injuries is a big part. We'll have to see who's available. I think Diaz is going to be fit. So Diaz is going to have to play.
Yeah, but is he?
Well, no, he's not fully fit, but you've got to play him out.
Right, he'll be on the bench.
No, you got to play him, mate. You've got to play him. You can't not play Diaz, mate.
A fully fit Diaz, easily put him in, right? But I don't want someone going in and getting injured. He's not fit, mate.
Because you didn't want to play Gvardiol. So who are you playing?
Well, I'd like to play Diaz and play Aki at fullback.
You just said don't play Diaz.
I know, but I don't. I think you'll play Guardiola. I really do.
Right, here's what I'd do, yeah? Ederson. Get Ederson in there.
No, Ortega for me. He deserves to be dropped, mate.
What do you mean?
He deserves.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Hello, lads. Yeah.
Fucking hell, mate. That has to be very annoying, eh? Fucking, I'm so sorry.
Mate, seriously, he deserves to be dropped after that howl at the week, midweek. Dear me.
What one game and you're dropping him?
Mate, have you compared to Ortega? I think Ortega's playing better.
Chat, who starts on Sunday? Ederson or Ortega? Chat, Ederson or Ortega on Sunday? Come on, man. You can't just be like this, man. Why is it?
Wait, we're going to get Ortega's. Look, he's
why is it that whenever Ederson makes a mistake, everyone just gets, get him out? Honestly, man. Why is this? Get out.
Ortega, Carson. He's got one for Carson. It's Ortega, mate. He's winning easy.
Oh, no way. No way are people just saying, get Ortega.
Mate,
come on.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Ortega. It's 50-50, mate.
Right, okay. Well, Ederson there. Okay, so here's an interesting one. Do we start Rico Lewis, Manuel Akanji, or Kyle Walker at right back? I was getting a tissue. Back in a sec.
Would you start Rico Lewis there? I probably would actually on the right hand side. I wouldn't start Walker at the moment because for me his legs have gone. What do you think, guys? Walker or Rico Lewis?
I'd go with Kanji, mate.
Would you?
Yeah, I'd go with Kanji, mate. I tell you what I do. This is what I do. I go with Kanji, which I've been asking for all year. So don't say, oh, why you being reactionary, LP? I've been asking for this all season. Yeah.
4 centre backs.
I'd go Diaz.
I hope we do get Ruben.
I'd go Ake. However, I've got a little point here. I'd go Gvardiol. However, the only thing that I'd consider changing, and he's not going to do it.
Guardiola across to centre half because I think it's better.
Yes. I would consider swapping Ake for Gvardiol. Now, he's never going to do that, but we've seen before Ake pocket Salah a few times. We've seen him pocket Saka when he's been on his game.
He's a better fullback. He's a better
defense. He's miles better from a 1v1 defensive point of view. He's miles better. And I think for me, Gvardiol is having a little bit of a tough time at the moment with his decision making. And I think going out wide against Mohamed Salah, do you really want him in a period of bit of a dodgy bit of form for Gvardiol? Do you really want him against Salah? Not for me. For me, I'd swap it like that.
Leave it like that. Leave it like that.
And I just think that is pretty solid, man.
But that to me is a better scenario.
Play that back four, man. Why is he messing around with it? Why is he playing Rico or not having a go at Rico? Right? I like Rico, but for me, you need. I've been saying this all season. We need to go back to 4 at the back. Yeah, players who can just defend, man. And for me, this is it.
Yeah.
This is it.
Yeah.
And Ake for me, yeah, is just a better 1v1 defender. And just put Gvardiol in the middle. Plus, I'd also argue that if you play Ruben Diaz in the middle, yeah, Ruben Diaz isn't the best player in the world in terms of build-up play on the ball. So and nor Ake. So if you're going to play Diaz, I'd like him to be partnered with a Stones or a Gvardiol. And Stones isn't fit, so I'd play Gvardiol. Because
how long is Stones out for?
Oh, mate, I can't. I'm sorry, man. I love him. I really do. But I'm properly losing it.
Mate.
I'm losing interest in constantly going on transfer, Matt. Looking at his injuries, man. I'm just. I don't know. I don't know how much longer I can do it for.
Well, we've got him, I reckon, till the end of this season, pal. So.
I love the guy. I think he's mint, but I'm just
I think John Stones is our best centre half.
I think he is. I think when everyone's fully fit, I think he's our best centre half. But for me, like, it's irrelevant. He's like Reece James, isn't it? I think Reece James, fully fit on his game, is the best right back in the world. But it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant because he's never fit. He's never fit, so it's completely pointless.
Yeah.
Okay, that for me should be the back four. It's not going to be the back four, but that should be. Now we get to the interesting bit, Al. Right? What do we do here with our midfield and our attack? So we need to focus. The problem that we've got here is we need to build a team that stops getting so easily cooked on defensive transitions and counter-attacks, but also a team that can actually create a goal and score a goal, because we're not creating enough. So how do we do that with the current players available? Let's say Doku's injured, by the way. Doku's injured.
Right. I'll be honest with you, I would go with a double pivot here.
Okay. Talk to it.
Double pivot, and then have Phil Foden playing just in front.
So Nunes in the double pivot, or Kovacic, or Gundo? Well, Kovacic is injured, isn't he?
Yeah, Nunes and Gundo.
You play Gundogan?
Yeah. We've got no one else. We've got no one else, mate.
Okay, Gundogan and Nunes, and then who you playing? Foden, no De Bruyne.
He'd be on the bench, mate. He's not fully fit.
What you? Oh, what?
He's not fully fit. When you just do it, I'll tell you too, mate. He's only fully fit for 15 minutes.
Oh, he played 25 on the week. What do you mean,
mate? He's not fully fit. He won't start. I'm telling you.
Okay, I'm going to do Alan's team, and then when we all agree that this is the wrong team, we'll put my team in there, which we'll all agree is the correct team. You're playing Haaland up front, yeah?
Right, Haaland up front.
Yeah.
And then Bernardo on the right.
Yeah.
And Grealish on the left.
Okay, that's your team, yeah?
Yes.
Right, that's Alan's team. That's Alan's team, right? Interesting.
Right. Bernardo, yes.
I'd tell you what my team would be.
Go on.
I'd play Foden on the right.
Yeah.
And this, return of the king, return of the greatest player that's ever played for Manchester City football.
If he's fully fit,
he's not fully fit. He's not fully fit. But he's fit enough. Grealish isn't fully fit. Why are you playing Grealish? He's not fully fit.
Mate, he holds the ball. He doesn't give the ball away.
He doesn't create anything. De Bruyne creates.
If he doesn't give the ball away, and Pep likes possession-based football, you know that.
You need to create, Al. We need to get a creator in there. That team, to me, yeah. What did Savio do? I'm kind of chill with playing Savio on the left instead of Grealish, but for me, I think Grealish needs to start the game. Otherwise, you drop Foden. And by the way, not fully against dropping Foden for Savio if you really want to do it. But for me, I just play Foden on the right. But if someone said to me, you need to play Savio over Foden.
Yeah, against Liverpool, we need people who are going to keep the ball.
You also need people that are going to score goals out.
I know.
And create.
Well, there's no one else in the team apart from Alan that scores.
I think that's the team I'd go for. But I can't lie. I'm really quite close on dropping Foden for Savio. I am.
Well, I'll tell you what, De Bruyne, is he fit, 100% fit where he could last 90 minutes? That's the question.
He might not be able to last 90 minutes, man. But he's been training for 8 weeks.
Yeah, and what did he say in his interview? He's not 100%.
He said he's not had pain since the day before the Spurs game.
Right.
So he's not had pain since the 22nd of November, which is last Friday. It's going to be like 9 days since he's last had pain. And he's been training for time. You've got to give him an hour, man.
All right.
For me, this game is like, if we're going to win the league, we have to win this game. We have to win the game. So for me, it's make or break. Just full send it. Give him 60 minutes.
I hate to disappoint you, LB. I know you're playing to the audience as well. If you think we're going to win the league, you're dreaming.
No. I don't think we're going to win the league.
No,
I think we're going to lose on Sunday. However, we have to try and win the game. We've got to try. We can't just be like, we're going to lose. Like, I think we'll lose. Yeah, and I don't think we're going to win the league. But we have to try and win the game. We've got to recognise that we're in a position where if we win the game on Sunday, Al, we're right back in it. 5 points, we're right back in it. We lose the game, it's done for me. But like, we have to try. This for me is like the last roll of the dice. This is the last roll of the dice for me. And for me, when you're in a situation where if you can win the game, you're back in the league. And if you don't, in that situation, you take risks. You take risks, man. And for me, that risk is playing Kevin De Bruyne. And let's not act like he's been in training a week. He's been in training for about 6 or 7 weeks. The only thing is he's had a little bit of pain. He's felt like a little bit of pain in his leg or in his thigh. Yeah, he's now saying that he's not felt that since last Friday. So by the time we play on Sunday, that's 9 days that he's not had pain. He's played 25 minutes, 30 minutes in the last game against Feyenoord. Yeah, he's ready to start. He is, and for me, this is the game that we have to play. We have to play him 100%. Smash these likes up, guys. If you've not done so already, get the likes up. Get the likes up. Cast your vote in the live poll as well. Who do you think is going to win the game on Sunday? Currently, Liverpool are winning the prediction with 52% of viewers thinking Liverpool are going to win. 18% of people saying it's going to be a draw. And there are 30% of the viewers are saying City are going to win the game.
If you could take a draw now, would you take it?
No.
No.
I don't see the point. What's the point? What does a draw do for me? If we draw, it's 8 points, right? We then have Forest at home on Wednesday. Are we going to win that game? We then have Palace away, who's a bogey team. We've won 1 in the last 4 against them. Are we going to win that game? We then got United in the derby match. Are we going to win that? We then got Villa away. A draw's not good enough if you want to win the league. It's not. We're not winning all those games, Al. But if we win this game, it could spark us into life. If we win this game out, it can change our season. A draw's not going to do anything. A draw's not going to get the players up for fucking Forest on Wednesday.
I love your positivity. I love it.
It's not positivity. It's not, because I don't think we're going to win. I think we're going to lose. What it is, it's the realization for me that the only way we can win the league is if we win on Sunday, in my opinion.
I agree, but I've already.
So why would I take a draw then? So why hang on a minute? Well, why? If the only reason you agree with me that you think the only way we can win the league is if we win on Sunday, so why would you take a draw? What does that do for you?
I don't think we'll win on Wednesday.
So why would you?
No, mate.
Why did you take a draw then?
I said to Martin, we won't win until January.
Bro, well, why would you? I don't understand then. Why, if you don't think that we're going to win on Wednesday, why would you take a draw in this game? What's the point?
Mate, I had Martin snapping down the phone at me when I said that.
I don't understand.
His hands were everywhere. I don't know who was driving. His hands were everywhere. He was. What?
I ain't taking a draw. I'd rather go out. If we're gonna lose this league, I want to go out trying to get ourselves back into it, man. I ain't taking a draw. No way. Yeah. Listen,
I know what you're saying. I'm just hoping I'm not putting my head behind the pillow watching it on Monday morning. It is here, the middle of the night, Monday morning.
Yeah, but here, a draw keeps 8 points instead of 11. But Alan's saying wait until January. So what's the point? What's the point in keeping it to 8 points? All a draw does is just delay the inevitable, according to Al.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Nah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
You know who's going to score for Forest on Wednesday, don't you?
Chris Wood.
Oh, yeah. The Auckland City fan. Yeah?
Yeah.
You know he's going to score, don't you? He will.
I just think that for me, if we win the game on Sunday, it can change the direction of our season. It pulls it back to 5 points, and all of a sudden, that will galvanize the fan base. It'll galvanize the football club, and we can actually start to believe that we can get to January, which is what the plan was. Soon as Rodri got that ACL, get to January. That was it. You know what I mean?
I'm just going to, if we are winning 1 or 2-0 with 15 minutes to go, I'm literally going to hide behind my sofa thinking, just, oh, please, can we hang on? Do you know what I mean? If we're winning easily. Because typical City are back. The City attitude is back.
Yeah, no. Trust me, right? The day that he got that injury, yeah. Look what video I did. Look what video I did, guys. This is my channel. The day he got the injury, plan B, get to January. And if we win on Sunday, that's the goal. Get to January. And if we lose, then the league's over. Focus on Champions League and FA Cup. Let me have a look at these super chats, man. Bill to ALX saying, I don't see us getting a W. They have exactly what we missed. Solid centre-backs, fast midfielders, and 3 attackers with G and A. We need a KDB masterclass if he starts. Completely agree. I think our season relies on Kevin De Bruyne at the moment. I really, really do. The problem is he never stays fit. Big up for the 11 months as well, man. One month off a year. Appreciate the support, bro. Big up ALX.
Did you know about Big Steve? Because he was doing the commentary inside the club on midweek. Oh, yeah. He goes and says his response to that on his podcast. Oh, I don't think Rico's a midfielder, and then within an hour, Rico deleted him off his thing.
I've seen it. So
yeah,
I've seen it. Yeah. So apparently Rico Lewis is now unfollowed Big Steve because Big Steve said he's not a midfielder; he's a right back.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I pissed myself laughing.
God. Crazy, man. Honestly, I don't know what is going on at our football club, man, but like, it's honestly insane, bro. Like, honestly, because basically, yeah, I was last night, I was, because I've not been streaming for a couple of days because I've been sorting the house out. So I watched the Mancunian Way stream the other night. You know, the one where Martin comes on at the start for 5 minutes.
Yeah, when he said he's not coming on because he's having some time out, which is
yeah, that one. So
yeah.
I was watching, I was like, oh, I'll watch this stream, yeah. And I see all these comments on the live chat saying, Rico Lewis has unfollowed Big Steve. And I'm like,
no.
What's going on here? And then I fucking find out that Rico Lewis is
unfollowed Steve. And I was
like, what is going on here? And I thought to myself, what's he said? What has he slagged him off? Has he? And then apparently all he's done is said he thinks he's a right back. He is. Just an opinion, and then he's unfollowed him. So that's kind of crazy, man. I think a lot of the players at the moment are feeling the heat. That to me stinks of feeling pressure. And you know, sometimes when you're feeling pressure, you get snappy in it. We all do it. You know what? Sometimes, like maybe like you're under pressure at work or you're tired, you've not been sleeping well, and then you'll go into the office and then someone will say something completely reasonable, and then you snap at them. You snap at them, and you're like, "What the fuck did you just say?" That mean? And then you sit there an hour later, like, "Shit, I shouldn't have done that." I do it on this channel. Sometimes I remember there was a woman in this channel.
Oh, you do it regular on this channel.
No, I do it sometimes, right? And there was one time, right, that there was a woman in the chat. I think she was called Julie or something, right? And I've never seen her again. And she said something, right? And I fucking snapped. I snapped at her on the chat. Snapped at her, and I was like, "Yeah, what the fuck are you saying to me?" or something like that. And then an hour later, I was like, "Fucking hell, I wish I hadn't done that." And I've never seen her again. She'd never been in the chat again, probably because she thinks I'm a dick. But sometimes, like, you do snap at people, and the player's probably feeling that pressure. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, poor Julie, innit? Like, justice for Julie. Justice for Julie. Yeah. But honestly, I've never seen her again. But like, that's what happens. And football players get pressure even more than us in real life. Like we go through like some trials and tribulations. These players have not won a game in what is it now? 7 matches? Is it 7 or 6? I've lost count.
I've lost count.
I think it's 6, isn't it? I think it's 6.
6.
And they're getting heat. And you say anything about them, even if it's just like a fair criticism, they'll feel heat big time. And you know what these players all do as well, chat, yeah? I can tell you this for a fact. Soon as the game finishes and they get in the dressing room, they all go on the phones and they all search social media. They all search Twitter. They all search TikTok. They go on YouTube and they look at stuff. Now, they shouldn't do that. Me and Alan were speaking about this last night, weren't we, Alan, on the phone? And we're saying the players should
my
not do
personal
that.
opinion, I think professional football should be banned from social media. But they shouldn't let professionals just have an account on them and that's it. They shouldn't make comments on it. I just think it's dangerous, very dangerous. You know, let's face it. We can look at the comments on here. You know, and a lot of fans play FIFA, and they do. They just pull names randomly. You know, without thinking. It's not realistic, mate. It's not the real world. It's not the real world.
Yeah, but you say this, Steve, but why do they all do it then? They all want to know. They're all intrigued. I'm telling you this. I don't know what job you do, Steve. Right? I don't know what job you do yet, but I bet if someone did a review,
I thought it was your mate, Steve Lewis.
Steve, no, I don't know what Steve is. He just comes on the channel sometimes.
Oh, okay.
He's on the Spaces as well. He does the Twitter Spaces with you.
Yeah, no, he does. I like him. He's a good lad.
Yeah, it's sound. But I'm telling you this, Steve. Yeah, I don't know what job you do, right? But I guarantee you, if someone was like reviewing your like work and like job and that, and like they put it out there of like what you'd look, bro. 100% you'd look. You'd want to know what people are saying about you. And it's the same with footballers. And this is what footballers do. They always check, man. And like they'll see it and they've just finished the match. They're reactionary, they're emotional, and they're on his social media. They're looking at what people are saying. And you know, it's like Brendan Johnson. He was getting cooked off Spurs fans, deleted his Instagram. Now he's slamming. Honestly, it's crazy. Smash these likes up if you've not done so already. Let's have a look at these super chats, mate. Mihail says, play Ortega, put Ederson with Haaland on the top and let them fight with Kanate and Virgil van Dijk 2v2, says Mihail. I do want to speak about this Ederson thing a little bit because I'll do the super chats and we'll come back to the Ederson thing. This whole City meltdown copium by the media is hilarious. Yeah, now let's see another club win everything for 4 seasons on the bounce, shall we? Says Netweed with the 5. Yeah, man, they're just jumping on it. I guess every club will get this, mate. Like United will get it because they're trash. You know what I mean? Liverpool got it when they're trash. Arsenal got it when they're the banter club. We just have to deal with it and try and turn it around. And it's got to start this Sunday, bro. But yeah, they are loving it. They are loving it. I'll give you that one. Big up to Varron says, LB, do you remember what system Pep was using before Kevin got injured? Kevin was playing 7 different positions in that system. If Kevin starts, we'll win. Well, I remember the first couple of games of the season. He was largely ineffective. He played left mid. Do you remember the Chelsea game? He played like left midfield. And Doku basically was getting 1v1s. I remember that game because he hardly did anything. So, yeah, for me, if he plays, he's got to play central.
I must admit, Chelsea are a different side now when we played them at the start.
We got lucky. We got lucky playing them when we did. I can't lie.
Yeah.
The pace that they attack with like Madaway, Kane, Neto, Jackson.
Their manager's got them. They're playing well, mate.
Yeah, no, they are 100%. Big up to Baron as well for becoming a member. Appreciate the support. By the way, link is in the title, the video description, and the pinned comment if you want to become a channel member. Appreciate the support. We are doing a giveaway on Sunday as well with Secret Shirt Company, giving some of you guys some gifted kits. Big up to Netweed says, with City Liverpool, it's not about losing games, it's about losing league titles, standards. As an Arsenal fan, I could only wish my club was serious. Yeah, listen, Arsenal are not serious because you don't buy proper players, unfortunately for you.
Well, yeah, I've got my opinion on Arsenal. I think that he's got a good manager and they've got a good team when they're fit as well. The players are fit. I think the fans are unrealistic at times.
Yeah, I think for me, it largely comes down to their signings. This summer, they should not have signed players like Calafiori, Marino and Sterling. They should have signed players like Osimhen, fucking big dogs, Zubimendis, those type of players. Like the needle movers. Like they bought more squad rotation players, and I think
Sterling is crap for me.
He's been crap for 5 years.
He was the last 2 years at City. He was crap.
Yeah. Big up Netweed, man. Flynn says, "Is the game already over before kickoff?" Listen, no, I'm not going to say it's over. We've got a chance. If Kevin De Bruyne starts, you've always got a chance for me, Flynn. You've always got a chance. Do I think we're going to win? No, I don't. Like, I'm sorry. Like, we've lost 6. Well, we've lost 5, and then we drew 1 with 3-0 up. I think this team is mentally fatigued, mentally shot. I don't think we'll win. I think we'll get beat. However,
do you know what's worries me? Lewis, you know what worries me, Lewis? When we concede one, we seem to go with it 5 minutes straight after, complete panic.
Yeah, we do.
And lose our heads.
I said that at 3-0. I said on the watch along, Karl, at 3-0. I said if they get a goal, we'll get rattled. You can see it, and that is the sign of a team that is mentally shot. That is mentally, sorry to say, fucked. This team is fucked mentally. Now, you could also say it's fucked physically because they're all old, some of these players, But we've got to get over this. Like, we used to be a team where if we conceded a goal, bang, we're straight out there, get our chests out, we're like, yo, you're scoring against us. Who the fuck you think you are? We're going to score 4 or 5 against you now. Bang. People used to say the term, don't poke the beast when they played Manchester City, didn't they? If a team scored against us early on, you get smacked up. You're like, yo, you're scoring us. You think you are scoring against us.
It's happened against Brighton. Where they 5 minutes fell to pieces. It's happened a few times this year where the heads have just gone completely.
Yeah, it's because we're mentally screwed, man.
It happened at Old Trafford. Was it last year? The year before, when they scored 2 goals in 5 minutes, when it was the offside goal. It happened then. You know, it's regularly happening. It's regularly.
I think we're mentally screwed. We're mentally shot. And the players, we need to get some players in there that are like kick players, And I think Bruno G, genuinely, and I know Nobbins was a big fan of Bruno and saying we should have got him in the summer, But for me, I think Bruno G is someone exactly we need a player in there that's going to kick shit out of someone. When things are when teams are starting to play around us and start to press us up, we need a player that's going to go, nah, seen a bit, mate, and take someone out.
Nigel de Jong.
We need a Nigel de Jong. We need someone in there to say, you want to do this against us, fine, but you're going to get hurt. We have nobody in that. And by the way, Kevin De Bruyne called this out in the press conference. He said we're a soft team. Kevin De Bruyne in the press conference before the final said we're soft. We are soft. That's what he said. We need someone in there who's going to fucking go get stuck in. When was the last time you seen one of our midfielders fucking crop someone? I'm not saying try to injure someone. I'm saying get stuck in, take someone out legally. You know what I mean? Not want to hurt anyone, but like let people know that we're there. Kovacic ain't going to do it. Gundogan's not going to do it. Rico Lewis ain't going to do it. Nunes gets stuck in, but he don't take no one out. We need someone who fucking... When was the last time you seen a midfielder do a slide tackle?
Well, yeah. You know, Rico Lewis is not going to do it, even though he's from Ratcliffe.
Big dog in
even though he's from Ratcliffe, he's not going to slide tackle. He's like the Liverpool fullback. As soon as he played in midfield for England, he was hopeless. Same thing happens. You can't play in midfield.
We need to get this. We need to get Bruno G, man. We need to get Bruno G. We should have got him in the summer, man. Why we didn't just spend that extra money and get him? Yeah, this is why it does my head in, this whole penny pinching thing, and this is why I just don't like the money aspect of football and fans like talking about money and shit, because for me it's irrelevant. You know what I mean? It's not my money. They're living in a different world of money. Like, why am I bothered? Yeah, I'm not being funny. Yeah, fucking like we've all got like bills to pay. Yeah, there's a cost of living crisis going on. Yeah, they're playing monopoly money, man. 120 mil for a transfer, while people are out here struggling for fucking food and that. And you want to tell me like, oh no, the club shouldn't spend an extra 10 million to get Bruno G.
I know.
Well, they'll put everyone's ticket prices up who goes to games. They'll put all the merchandise up for games, and you've literally got fans out here justifying why a club shouldn't spend an extra 5 or 10 million to buy one of the best midfielders in the league and someone that we need.
I know.
Madman, you've got to get out of this. I know a lot of fans are in this sort of like mold of like the money thing. I know we can't spend £10 million extra while they're going for Cole Palmer for 40 mil when he didn't even want to leave, and sell Alvarez for 85. Come on, man. Get yourself out of that zone. Trust me, man. You're not in the right side there. You need to get in the... I'm not saying go out there and spend £1 billion every transfer window. But for me, in my opinion now, just let me finish this point. For me, every summer, you have to make one statement signing. In my opinion. You've got to freshen it up. So 2 years ago, Haaland. That's your statement signing. Last year, Gvardiol. That's your statement signing. This year, no statement signing. Look how it's gone. The year that we won the league under Mancini, no statement signing. We got Scott Sinclair, Jack Rodwell, lost the league. What did United do that year, chat? What did they do? Statement signing, Robin Van Persie won the league. It's not rocket science.
We've got to be careful about, you know what worries me now? They've got the PSR rules and this ATP rule on top of it now, and the Premier League are determined to stop us from spending. So we have to be careful, mate. It's all right saying we want this.
Mate, we have the money available. We have the money available.
I know, and other clubs are going to take advantage of us now, and they will.
Let them take advantage.
It's going to be.
We need to show our muscle, man.
As fans, though, I'll be honest with you, I'll speak to everyone on here now. As fans, we really have to get behind the team now. They need us. They need us big time.
Of course, we have to get behind the team now. You know what I mean? And for me, like I say, for me on Sunday, the league is either over or it's on. If we don't win, even if it's a draw, I don't think we're going to win the league. Even if it's a draw. But if we win the game, it's on, man. If we win the game on Sunday, our chest is coming out.
Well, get me on after the game on Sunday, because I'll be probably awake seething. If we've got beat, trust me, I'll be seething. I'll be in bed.
If we get beat, I think it's going to be easy to take in a sad way, because I'm predicting that we're going to get beat anyway. I think if we get beat, it just confirms to me what I already think is going to happen, that the league's over. So there we go.
At the end of the day, we've still got to get behind the club and trust them.
Well, this is why I'm not giving up on I'm not giving up on the season.
No.
If we lose on Sunday, I'm giving up on the league. Why? Because we're 11 points behind and we've not won a game in 7 matches. Yeah, but I'm not giving up on the season. We can still sign players in January. We can still go for the FA Cup. We can still go for the Champions League. I'm not just giving up everything. People are like, "Oh, you're just giving up." No, I'm giving up on the league because it's 11 points, and I don't see where the next win's coming from. If we don't beat Liverpool, I'm not confident going into Forest.
I've told you to them blue in the face, we ain't winning until January. Any game. Look at his face. Look at his face. Oh,
mate.
Can you imagine?
No. Well, if we don't win until January, that means we're at the Champions League as well.
Yeah. Mate, we have to rebuild as a club. For me, that's what we're going to focus on. As long as we win 115, I don't care this year. Do not care. Win the 115, that's all I want.
Yeah.
Because I'll film myself getting the tattoo on here of the 5 trophies we won in 23.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to film it and send it to you. You can put it on screen and send it to Martin.
Yeah. Right. Buzzing. Smash the likes up, guys, if you've not done so already. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel as well if you're new. Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see what happens.
Get your head up. Get your head up. We've got to back the players. Come on.
Hang on a minute. What's your score prediction for Sunday?
Well, we'll score 2-2.
So you predicted a draw. You tell me to get my head up. You're predicting a draw.
2-2. 2-2 it'll be. I've done better. I said 5-0 to Liverpool to Martin.
Also, you've improved a little bit.
Yeah.
how the hell have you gone? How the hell have you gone from a 5-0 to a 2-2?
I was winding him up when I said it. You should have seen his reaction. He went mad.
Fair enough. All right, lads. We'll smash up the likes. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Big up the super chatters. Who did we have today, man? We had Donna, we had Amar, Piplup, Osmodius, ALX, Mihail, Netweed, Varron, and Flynn. Appreciate the support, lads. Smash the like, subscribe to the channel, and we'll be back in the next one. See you later. In fact, let me see if anyone's live. Maybe we could do a quick redirect. Who's live? Anyone live? I'll send you to Rants, man. He's live. Right, see you in a bit. He did redirect me the other day. See you.